Big breaking news out of South Carolina. The state Senate has failed to advance a gerrymandered congressional map that would have erased the state's only majority black district. Today marked the third time Republican senators rejected the Trump-backed plan. This time, a dozen Republicans defected, more than twice as many as in previous votes. Here is one conservative senator explaining his decision.
I can no longer support passage of this bill for one simple reason. South Carolina citizens are going to the polls today. And neither my conscience nor my common sense will allow me to stop an election that is already underway.
This evening, South Carolina's Election Commission estimated more than 55,000 people had cast ballots, making it the highest single day of early voting ever recorded for a primary election in the state. Wowzers.
That's big.
It's very big. It's very important. Look, I know you've got good intel about your Republican friends.
But so do you.
Yes. Well, I mean, I have been talking to Democrats in South Carolina, particularly in the state Senate, and they never gave up, which I think is very important.
It's important.
Like last week when folks were like, look, it's all but certain, they said no. While they don't have the votes on the procedural piece here to change the rules, we're going to make sure folks are ready to go early vote on Tuesday. They were telling me that they had plans for people to give public comment if it got to that place, and then pad the line. So it would take like 12 to 14 hours. And even this weekend, when they were down there again, voting again, they were talking to their Republican colleagues, not trying to, as someone said, they didn't want to stoke the bear. So today, when Republicans got up on the floor, state senators, and they started giving these speeches, the Democrats, they just sat back because they already knew what was going to happen. They didn't have the votes, and they were just trying to save face. And I do think the people turning out voting, that helped bolster the argument. But also,
well, look, this is a beautiful day. We appreciate and I applaud the Republican senators who stood up and said what they said. But let's sort of temper the altruism here a little bit, because there is a hardcore political reality from some of the Republicans and those connected to this process that I've learned, and that has to do with, while yes, this is a good day for Clyburn and his seat is being spared, this is also recognition that if you start breaking up Mr. Clyburn's district that has concentrated black voters, they got to go somewhere. And where do they go? They go into these largely concentrated white districts, and that changes the dynamics for future races. When suddenly you're now injecting black voters who may still be a part of a district, but now you're adding more that changes. So those senators were also noting the fact that their interest more broadly, not just state legislative, but those other congressional districts would be impacted by this decision had they gone down that road.
Well, Jim Clyburn said that would happen. So today is a win for the people in South Carolina. I would also argue the people in Alabama, because the federal court blocked Alabama from using that racially gerrymandered map in 2026. So that extra district from Shamari.
There we go.
Shamari, it'll be there.
It'll be there.